What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we're creating a sketch illustration of Mikey from Tokyo Revengers. Let's begin today's lesson by sketching a circle in the center of our page. Now I'm going to use a side group of our pencil, using the flat edge. Let's start at the very top in the middle. Just going to lightly work our way around the left side. And then coming down towards the bottom of our circle. And we'll go all the way around the right side. Now with our circle in place, we want to add some guidelines. Let's start by adding one line coming down the center of our page, starting from the top of our circle. Just going to bring this all the way down towards the bottom. And then we'll extend that up towards the top. Let's add another guideline on the side of our circle. So we'll start on the left, coming down towards the bottom. We'll pull that up towards the top. And we'll do the same thing on the right side. Now you want to add another set of guidelines going across from left to right. So let's start right in the middle, go out toward the left, and then the right. Add another line across the top of our circle, and then one more along the bottom. Now with our guidelines in place, let's locate the inside corner of the eyes. From that center, step over towards the left, sketch a line coming down towards the bottom, and extend that up towards the top of our circle. Now you want to take that same distance over on the right and do the same thing. And now from here we're going to start blocking out the eyes. From that inside point, step down, angle up and out toward that center line on both sides. And then from the top, we're going to curve the eyelid going out and then down, just on the inside of the circle. From the outside, we'll step in, draw a short angled line coming down towards the bottom of the eye. And then from here, it's going to sketch a light line going all the way across from left to right. Now let's layer in the pupils. Starting from the top left, curve this in and then out. Go to the outside, come down and then in towards the bottom. Let's do the same thing on the right. Just bending this in and then going out on the right. Let's add that fold above the eyes. Starting from this point, angle this up and out. I'm just going to bend this out and then down. Let's go to the inside of that fold, step up and curve the eyebrow going up, and then bending that out towards the side. Line this up on the right. And then the mouth is going to sit along the bottom of our circle, starting in the middle, curve this out and then down on both sides. From the center of the mouth, we're going to step down, sketch a short line going across the lower lip. And then we'll mark off the chin. So right about here, it's going to mark this off with a short line. Now let's add some shape to the outside of the head. Starting from the left side of our circle, we're just going to angle this down and then in towards that bottom line. And then from the jaw, we're going to curve this down and then bend that in towards the chin, towards a point. Now I'm going to go back to the mouth, step up, and just mark off the edge of the nose with a short line. Once we've laid out the face, we're going to move down and block in the neck and shoulders. We're going to start on the left side, sketch a line coming all the way down towards the bottom, go over towards the right, and do the same thing. From the side of the neck, I'm going to slope the shoulders, coming down and out. Now from here, we're going to move out and draw the outside edge of the head. From the left side of our circle, we're going to step out. Just going to curve this up, and then bend that in towards the middle, to right about there. Go across and then back down on the right side. Now let's bring this down towards that bottom line with a straight line. And then we'll add some layers along the back side of the head. Starting from the left side of that circle, curve this down, just underneath this point, and then bend that out. Let's taper that back in, coming in and then up towards the side of the head. Let's add another point just underneath, starting down here, coming down and out, and then taper that back in. And then we'll pull the hair coming back in towards the top of the shoulders. Starting on the left, come down and in towards the top of the shoulder. Taper that back up. Let's add another point, coming down and in on top of the shoulder. Let's add that hair coming down the side of the head. Starting on the top left side of our circle, we'll curve this down, across the corner of the eye, and then bend that out. Let's go over towards the right and do the same thing. Coming down and then bending that out. Let's draw the outside. Coming up and in on the side of the head. Now from here it's going to round out the top and then pull that down on top of the head. Now we're going to go back down and add some detail to the collar. Let's start from the left side of the neck. Just going to curve this out and then just bend that in, just crossing the edge of the neck. Just line this up on the right, going out and then bending that in. From the inside of the collar, angle this down and then out. Let's go to the outside curve of the collar, angle down and out on top of the shoulders. Let's connect the base of the collar with a curve, coming down, across the middle, and then back up. Now from this point on the left, step in, angle down and out, and we'll do the same thing on the right. Now I'm going to go back and tuck the ears along the side of the head. From the left side, I'm going to step out, curve the ear, coming down, and then bending that in towards the side. Once we have the basic shape of our head, we're going to go back and lightly erase some of these guidelines. Now that we have our clean drawing, we're going to go back in with a tip or pencil and start refining our lines and adding some details. Let's start with the top edge of the eyes. Starting from the outside, just going to thicken up the eyelid, going up, and just bending that in. Then we'll add some thickness along the top, and then darken up the inside. And we'll just move over and do the same thing on the right. I'm just going to darken up the bottom corner of the eyelid and then just taper that out and fade that across the bottom. Now darkening up the outside of the iris, and add a thick edge on the left and right side. And then we'll darken up the top of the iris and just gradually fade that out as we come down. Add that little fold underneath the eyes. And then we'll lightly add those folds along the top. Just leaving a gap along that top point. Now from here, it's going to work our way down the center of the face towards the nostrils. And then with the side edge of our pencil, we're just going to add a little bit of shading to the tip of the nose. Just going to lightly add those spots on the right side of the mouth. And just adding a light shadow across the top of the eyes. Now from here, just going to refine the inside edge of the hair. Just working our way out. Adding a few points and overlaps along the way. Now just working our way along the outside. I'm also going to use the side edge of my pencil to add a little bit of texture along the edge of the hair. Just fading these up. And just adding some folds from the hairline, working our way out. And again, just using the side edge of our pencil and bringing that shadow coming down. And from the edge of that hairline, along the top of our circle, just going to pull some shadows going up and out, and going straight up the middle, and then bending this out towards the right. Then adding a little bit more texture with the tip of our pencil. Now from here, it's going to work our way around the side of the head. Again, just refining the shape, just rounding out the jaw, and then bringing that down towards the chin. Now I'm going to go back and add some shadows. So we're going to cast a shadow from the edge of the hair onto the head. Working our way around the side of the head, and then fading that out. And now that we have the hair in place, we're going to go back and layer the eyebrows in underneath. Starting with that bottom edge. And then we'll thicken up the top. we'll shade in the inside. Now from here we're going to start layering the hair just underneath. Adding some shape to the bottom of the earlobes. And we'll darken up the ears. Now using the side edge of our pencil, we're just going to add some texture around the outer perimeter of the head. Starting along the bottom, just pulling that up and in, and working our way across the top. I'm going back and just refining that detail. Now before we go any further with the hair, we're just going to work our way down the side of the neck and just add some detail to the collar. Now the head's going to cast a dark shadow just above the neck. So just darken this up and then fade that out as we come down. And then darken up the inside of the collar. And it'll darken up the coat. I'm just adding those little clips on the inside of the collar. And then we'll go back and just finish off the hair. Just layering the hair in behind. And just loosely working our way down towards the bottom. And then again, we'll just go back with the tip of our pencil and refine the detail. I'm just going to darken up that shadow just on the back side of the hair. And this will help pull the head forward in our drawing. And as we get closer to the end of our drawing, we'll tighten up our shadows and add a little bit more detail. And that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of Mikey. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. You can also check out more tutorials like this in our anime playlist. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.